women's grassroots leadership, engaging women, creating platforms for women grassroots and survivor leaders in northern Uganda. I am the executive director and founder of Tallawah Justice for Women, an organization that has been established to help to strengthen and build women leaders of survivor and grassroots movements so that they have the platforms and the capacity to advance causes that they care about.
My name is Pamela Angwech, and I work for Global Women Economic Development and Globalization, which is a grassroots women organization working in post-conflict northern Uganda and supporting women from the different parts of the country, especially building capacity, but also promoting women's rights and addressing issues of sexual and gender-based violence in northern Uganda.
And I'm Olympia Bekou. I'm the head of the School of Law at the University of Nottingham. And I'm also head of the university's Human Rights Law Centre International Criminal Justice Unit. So from my side, I'm the academic on this project. I have done a lot of research over the years on conflict-related sexual violence. And it's a pleasure to be with you all and join forces with two incredible women for this project.
So behind every one woman, there are 1,000 people that she's leading. And the fact that the visibility of these people and the visibility of this woman is critical for support, is critical for partnership, is critical for alliance building. This is critical for us. For us who are based at the grassroots, we always know that our spaces at the top is minimal. And this is something that this project is opening up spaces for us to interact with a different group of people. And I'm so happy that this project is giving opportunity and platform for women that has been invisible practically to become visible. And we are recognizing for the first time the woman leading change at grassroots, the woman supporting survivors from grassroots. Moreover, she's a survivor herself.
I thought this is the perfect project for us. We can combine, my academic expertise and the international profile of the University of Nottingham with the work that Tallawah Justice for Women is doing. And we reached out to Pam, who is an amazing grassroots person on the ground, to actually get to those women. And for me, the most impressive thing is that we made, for the first time, those women have their voices heard, to try and amplify those voices. Because, I can sit here in Nottingham and write about conflict-related sexual violence, but I don't think it's as valid as having the views of those women who are directly affected.
We're starting in Uganda. But with this level of collaboration and expertise, what we are saying is this is a conversation that needs to happen in Kenya, in South Sudan, in so many other contexts where we are seeing an increase in grassroots women's movements. We are seeing women who were at the fore of the response during COVID-19, and yet at policy level, at decision-making level, in decision-making spaces, their voices are not being amplified.
Their governance system also needs to be strengthened. Institutional support is a gap, and there are critically no support from donors, which is openly supporting the women organization. Apparently, we know that there are so many funders that can say that the resources are meant for women-led organization, but again, it's not reaching to the grassroots where the beneficiaries are based. And again, the issues about how prepared these institutions are becomes a challenge in terms of compliance, in terms of putting computation to the grant. And access to resources is limited, and that has affected the growth for the women organization. And we do not have opportunity at the grassroots level to access ICT system, but also to have internet connectivity in the rural areas so that the women are connected to services that are happening both nationally, regionally, and international level. They need dialogue. They need proper level of partnership. And I would say a different model of partnership that can understand their situation and from where they are coming from, and that this partnership should look into institutional capacity strengthening so that at the same time, the women access resources, they are growing, their system is strengthened.
I also see the impact of our project as being a conduit between what's happening at the international level, what's happening between the national level, and then bringing those grassroots organizations to the fore that have been ignored, even though the national strategy in Uganda talks about, the involvement of national grassroots organizations. So we are operating, if you like, as a bridge between the different communities of practice, the practice at the international level, the practice at the national level in Uganda, and bringing everyone together in what promises to be an amazing conference.
We have representative of the women survivors leaders from their own organization, Women Advocacy Network, Global Women Network, the women from TESO, the women from Soroti, the women from Kitgum, Lamour, the women from West Nile region are coming into this Women Arise conference. So we are also bringing stakeholders. We are bringing women in council, women leaders who sit in the different district council. We already have the women speaker of council. This is Gulu City Council. So we have the speaker of council for Gulu City is a woman, and she's going to be presented. The one for Amoro is a woman. The one for Gulu district is also a woman. So we have a mix of women leaders from grassroots, women leaders from civil society, women leading from different private sector, institution and academia coming up to this Women Arise conference. And this is having us the biggest expectation and show that we would want everybody not to miss this event. Moreover, it is online, but also that this event is based in Gulu.
Because it's just the beginning. And we are hoping and believing that with all of the persons from at policy level and donors as well, we are inviting very strongly those in the donor community, feminist leadership around women's advancement, around sexual and gender-based violence, UN Women, the EU. We are saying, come and listen to the women grassroots and survival leaders themselves. Hear their issues so that you can develop funding opportunities and programs that meet them at their need. The Women Grassroots Leaders Arise Conference, and I'm really looking forward to the event. It is now scheduled for the 12th of August. You will see more information on the GWED-G website, on Tallawah Justice for Women website, and also the website, I think, of the university. And you will be able to register. We will send out the invites. You will be able to register at the appropriate time. But keep in touch with our organizations and learn more about the important work that we are doing with grassroots women leaders.
It's such an exciting conference that we have coming up. And all that remains for us to say is to invite everyone to join us. We see our role as three partners here as facilitating this, and we stand united and together to continue working on these issues and amplifying the women's voices and bringing them out of the shadows.
The women are everyday building bridges. They are everyday changing lives, and they are touching people's lives from their own perspective, in their own way. And for me, this is something that cannot be underestimated.